Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingdom of Kodiak. I'm Kodiak. With me today is Sir Jubei Lashpaw. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to see you again, brother.
It's good to see you too. Oh, I did it again. Oh, give me a second. I did it again. Okay. I How you doing, Jubei? Sorry. Apparently I keep enough windows open where my live stream plays on my computer now and it's in my headset. So,
so you get that echo.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not waste any time, Jubei. Let's get to the bare necessities. Still, I would like to know, how long have you been playing Amtgard?
Since 1992. Since 92. And it's been a heck of a ride. I'll tell you right now, Amtgard has saved my life on 2 occasions.
That's a minute. So you've seen some things. What got you interested in Amtgard?
To tell you the truth, man, whenever I was on campus in Las Cruces at NMSU, I saw 3 guys over here with huge weapons just wailing on each other. And I came over this rise, and there they were. And I was like, these are my people. These are my people. I must play this game. So, and it was maybe a year or 2 after that, I found them at Apodaca Park, where you guys are right now, and just started playing, man. And
Awesome.
It's been a blast ever since.
Sweet. Awesome. Still, I would also like to know, where does Jubei Lashpaw, as far as a persona, come from?
Okay. Lashpaw actually comes from me and White Wolf. Whenever we made the second version of the Wolf Riders, he was Scarpaw, I was Lashpaw, and we were brothers, so we split. So we just split the Wolf Riders like that. You want to go under him, cool. You want to go under me, cool. But Jubei is actually from an anime, from Ninja Scroll. And that's Jubei Kibagami. It's a long story up behind that one, but yeah, that's where Jubei Lashpaw comes from.
Okay, all right. Constantine would like to know: is the root of Jubei come from the word jubilee? True or false?
False. Absolutely false. Good squire, though. I'm telling you.
Good squire. Friar Carlos would like to know: why do you like wolves so much?
Oh, okay. Man, they're always been a totem animal of mine. And personally, wolves are my thing. I'm a pack animal. The more people around me, the happier I am, the more comfortable I am. I just identify with wolves, that whole mentality. And if I have to, I go off on my own, which hasn't happened in a long time. But yeah, I've always got a partner with me somewhere going. What's up, Nikolai?
Right, there you go. I was gonna say, is this a Nikolai shout out? Because there should be a Nikolai shout out.
Lots of heart for that, man. Lots of heart.
Right. So what award or achievement would you say you're most proud of receiving?
Actually, my Lord title from Jester Nine Toes, man. And my knight at the time, Francis, had a lot to do with that too. He trained me for almost a decade in what he does. So what I do is a reflection of what he does. He just does it better than me, So, but yeah, definitely my Lord's title, man. It almost broke me down to tears, like straight up.
Okay.
My Lord.
Do you have any other titles that maybe you think are really cool?
I got a Beastmaster for Maze, the last Maze that I attended, like wholeheartedly, whenever I was still part of Dragonspine. Yeah, they gave me a Beastmaster.
Okay.
Like, cool.
Morgan would like to know, what's your favorite battle game and why?
My favorite battle game is probably Ring the Bell.
Okay.
Ring the Bell is a lot of fun to me because it's a lot like jugging. And if anybody was at a clan a few years ago, you know how jugging goes with me. Yeah, I'd say Ring the Bell. Okay. It's just a lot of fun. Kids can participate, and it's just family fun. I like Ring the Bell.
All right. And then when you're playing class battle games, what's your favorite class to play?
Now, I would say, okay, if you would have asked me this 5 years ago, Assassin would have been the thing. But now it's Bard. I love playing Bard. Yeah. I finally ventured off into magic, like a magic class, and Bard seems to be like the class for me anyway. You know, I
Okay.
mean, you can run around and sing silly songs or make up songs, and people just look at you like, "Whoa, what does that spell?" You know, if they don't know what you're doing, and you're like, "Okay, this is a song of survival," or whatever. Yeah, so Bard,
Okay.
definitely Bard.
All right. And Deverick would like to know, what's your favorite weapon set?
Sword and board,
Ugh.
hands down, sword and board. Like I
Did-
started with sword and board, then sword and board's my game.
I'm like a month deep into only using sword and board.
Ooh.
It's disgusting. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, but man, you've got a lot of good teachers in Dragonspine, man. I mean, who?
Yeah,
Man, there are some good sword and board fighters in Dragonspine.
that's
Good.
true. I actually just came back from PV this last weekend. I got to fight with Anatole on Sunday, and
Yeah.
that was I am not ready. Anyways, it's not.
Whenever you're fighting Anatole, very few people are ready. I mean, he's
Right.
up there, he's top 5 all day.
Right.
All day.
But it's not about me, and those were the bare necessities. Sorry, Sin. Let's get to the 3 questions KOK viewers have been asking since episode 1. It's episode 79, so we've been doing this for a hot minute. Sir Glenolf should have received his toaster if Sir Alucard is telling the truth. But does Sir Glenolf also deserve a soda maker?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if I have to explain myself, I mean, it's Glenoth. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Stillhat would like to know who or what is your favorite bear?
Well, you're definitely up there. Don't get me wrong. But I've known a lot of bears in Amtgard before you.
That's fair.
There was a bear that used to be part of a company called the Cubs.
Mhm.
And he was pretty cool. He also became a wolf rider. He's pretty outstanding, man.
Okay.
But-
You did mention my name without saying my name, so I'm going to give myself 5 points this week. But I'm also not going to give any of the other bears any points. I
Sorry,
am the law. Jubei, what's your thoughts on Dragonspine getting a mobile pool and or jacuzzi?
Who's paying for it?
That's the next question. How would you fund it?
GoFundMe?
GoFund. Okay. We're going to GoFundMe to go fund the mobile pool and jacuzzi for Dragonspine. All right. Okay. Those were the 3 questions KOK viewers have been asking since episode 1. Let's get to your actual questions, but we're starting with my new favorite, Jubei. What is your weirdest flex?
Weirdest flex. Being able to just go days and days with very, very little sleep. And for some reason, that's the way it is, man. I mean,
we're gonna talk about your sleeping habits here shortly.
Oh, great. Here we go.
All right. Darius has left a bear pun in for questions, so of course I'm going to read it. Are you the torchbearer of any particular skills?
I guess, and this is part humor and part true, taking a command without question.
Okay.
Hate to say it.
Okay.
Hate to say it, but I love to say it, man. It needs to be done. Tell me. I'll do it without question.
There we go. Okay. I do. This is a good point, or a good part to point out to the viewers of KOK that with that bear pun, Jubei was in the infamous car ride that started the whole idea of the bare necessities. The apology to sin. Jubei was in this car ride on our way to Yuma. So a little insight there to that trip.
What
Yeah.
a trip.
Yeah, that was what a trip. Still would like to know, do you arts and science and what do you make?
Yes, I do arts and science. I make anything in leather Let's see, belts, armor, masks, helms, just a little bit of painting, dabbling there. I'm getting into gold leaf
Hmm.
for certain belts, like a crown belt. I'd like to put gold leaf on. It won't stay, but on leather, it still looks good whenever you first receive it,
Hmm.
but afterwards it just kind of flakes off. You know how gold leaf is.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of bad.
Sure.
And
Okay.
another one that relates to ANS is Smiley Foamworks has taught me really, really good skills in making swords. Like I can make a sword in 5-10 minutes. And shout out to Smiley, thank you very much. You know,
So that actually does lead me to the next question from Sir Smiley. Why Smiley Foamworks?
I mean, he'll understand this. Why not? Smiley Foamworks. I mean, if you're gonna fight your way, Smiley Foamworks is the way. That's the way to go.
Hey, I
Yep.
like that. If that's not already the slogan, that needs to be the slogan.
It is indeed the slogan. It is indeed.
Lightning would like to know, what is your favorite garb that you own?
My favorite garb. I have two actually. The picture you put up of
Hmm.
me for KOK, that Gambison is. I love that Gambison to death.
Hmm.
Like that thing. Oh, it's not only points, but man, it's gonna keep me. It's gonna keep me warm in the winter and cool looking in the summer. Not necessarily cool, but it's
Right.
gonna keep me cool looking.
Right.
And then my second piece of garb is actually on the back of my chair, and it's this one right here with the Dogs of War symbol on it, and it's got some birds and some cool stuff. So yeah, those are my two favorite pieces of garb.
Okay. So, Stillhat would like you to expand upon it. What's the coolest garb you've ever seen?
Oh wow, there's so much cool. Um, let's see. That's a hard one. That's a really, really hard one. The coolest garb I ever saw is a two-parter. One, it was a competition at Gathering of the Clans, and it was where they had all the kingdom patches on one tunic, and they had
Okay.
a big phoenix, a big what do you call it? Not a tribal phoenix on the back, and it had all the patches on the sleeves and around the hem. Oh man, it was boss. It was
Okay.
so boss. And then there was a particular piece that Ruth Baker did that I really, really liked. I forgot who she did it for, but man, she definitely showed off her skills on that. It's kind of like the one you have in the background. That's a good, yeah, dude. Like, whew, mwah.
When I asked her to make this, we were looking for the maze from the Oz HBO television show, and we couldn't find it. And she's like, "I will make one, and it's solvable." And we didn't realize this until we went to Burning Land's mid reign,
Yeah.
and Constantine's sons were like poking me in the back trying to solve the maze. And Ruth was, or Damon, I believe, was like, "It is solvable." So I had to stand still while Constantine's kids were trying to do the maze on my back. Oh, I loved it. Okay.
Those boys are great. I love those.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah. So is there anything particularly interesting that you are trying to learn right now that maybe you're building your craft in?
Yeah, actually, there is. I'm trying to learn a Dremel technique to scuff up armor to make it look very much battle worn, but that's mainly for cosplay, not really for amp guard.
Okay.
Because I do a little bit of cosplay here and there, nothing like some of these other people that are just grandiose with it. I just I like to piddle around with the Dremel a little bit. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna harness the beginning of this interview with another Darius question. What would you consider to be the bare necessities of Amp Guard that new players should focus on?
ROP,
Okay.
Sephora, know your park leaders, and just get involved as much as you can, man. But definitely learn ROP. ROP comes first. If you don't know the game, you can't play the game.
Sure.
And if you try to play the game without knowing the game, you're probably going to get told, hey, you're doing it wrong, and you might get discouraged. But most kingdoms are really good about saying, hey, let me show you something. Let me pull you to the side and explain it to you.
Yeah.
You know, and Dragon Spine is good about that. BL definitely good about that. I mean, oh, very good.
Awesome.
Very
Good idea. ROP, Kapora, your kingdom Kapora, of course. Knowing another kingdom's Kapora is problematic. I mean, it's good side knowledge, but you want to know your Kapora first.
Good, yeah.
So, Jubei, if you could tell us a little bit about your heraldry.
This right here?
Mhm.
Okay. My heraldry, you know, that's Fenrir. You know, which wolf are you going to feed? You know, are you going to feed the good wolf? Are you going to feed the bad wolf? But there's bad and good and bad. You know, and with the dogs of war, we don't have a lot of gray. We've got, is it right or wrong? At the end of the day, is it right or wrong? You know, and which are you going to choose? And that's just the way I see life. You know, in life, there is a lot of gray areas, but at the end of the day, is what you're doing right or wrong.
Okay.
And that's what it boils down to.
Okay. Despite the fact that this is your episode, I have to answer a question from Sir Tristan. Why is Kodiak using the pink Burning Lands heraldry? Talk to us about the old days, the 90s. I'll let you talk about the 90s, but Sir Tristan, that's actually pulled directly from the orc. That's the one that's currently on the orc. There's your answer, sir.
Yeah.
But Jubei, tell us about the 90s.
Dude, I can't remember half the 90s, man. It was so much fun. It went by in a blur, but that's whenever I made long-lasting friendships, man. You know, people I met in the 90s are still my friends from 30 years ago. You know, it was a lot of fun. It was a different amp guard, but with every game, you got to evolve with your players. If you don't evolve with your players, your game's gonna die.
Sure.
You know, so I've been trying to keep up with everyone. I'm getting advanced and aged, you know, but yeah, the 90s was a lot of fun, man.
Okay.
Different place, but fun.
Definitely. All right. So Kato's back watching KOK. He's taking a hiatus, and now he's back to to see how his questions go. And we're here for Kato's questions. Jubei, how do you feel about back shields in version 9?
No, man, no. I'm not gonna say it's ridiculous, but man, why? Why back shields? Why just flip that thing behind you? You know, throw that sword behind you. Get going. You know, throw that block. Get better.
Right, Kato. I mean, that's what the answer should be every time. But for some reason, every like 3 or 4 episodes, someone's like, yeah, you know, sure, let's do this. Kato would also like to know, Jubei, to flurb or not to flurb?
Definitely to flurb. Flurb adds that spice to the game. Oh man, and it just makes it that much richer, pulls you into that immersion. I don't care if you're wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap. You know, a goblin can make that stuff. Hey, it's cool. I'm down with it. Whatever. You play your game, I play mine. But definitely to flurb.
As soon as you said that, I didn't reflect on either one of us at the park, but I reflected on Sir Sane's Slumdog Trillionaire monster build that he made. It's just like, yes, a goblin could make a backwards cap and sunglasses. I don't know if that was part of Sane's build, but feels like it should have been.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we play in the Southwest. We need sunglasses, man, you know? And to keep the sun off your neck, you gotta have that backwards hat. It's a necessity.
Right? A bare necessity.
A bare necessity.
Sorry, Sin.
Good one. No, very good.
I've been doing this for a minute. Zana would like to know, are there any rain themes that you would like to see?
Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a ton of rain themes I'd love to see. Like right now in my home park, we're doing the Hunger Games. And that can be applied in so many different ways. But a rain theme I would definitely like to see is, I'd like to see a Final Fantasy or a Kingdom Hearts, something like that. Something video game based, but that we can take in a different direction. We don't have to follow the line, you know.
For
But
sure.
yeah, definitely like that, and definitely Lord of the Rings because we've done that in Dragonspine. Ooh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Awesome.
I keep hearing great tales of the Lord of the Rings reign, and it's like, it probably would be great again, except for most of those players aren't here anymore. So, anyways, is Kodiak quietly calling out the players who haven't come back to play Amgard again, saying, "I heard you come out last week. I'll see you this week, bud." Anyways, Sir Smiley would like to know if you could play Amgard anywhere in the world, where and why.
Who? Anywhere in the world. I would like to play Amgard where they don't have Amgard yet. That way we can build Amgard there. Like, I don't think we have a park in, say, New Zealand or Japan. I'd really love to play in Japan, man, because, really, talk about reliving your ancestry. Not me personally, but, everybody else around me. Yeah, and that's why military to me is very, very important because they learn the basics of the game and then they take it somewhere else whenever they get another MOS or not MOS, but you get moved to another base, and that fosters Amcard and we grow and we get stronger and it's just more fun for everybody. But definitely, I'd love it in Japan.
Okay, I can't argue that. When asked the first place I'd want to travel to outside the United States, Japan is my first option every time.
Well, I want to be a giant there, but maybe I would be too.
Well, I get to go hang out with people who like anime and will eat sushi regularly. I mean, that sounds like heaven. So
win-win, right? Win-win.
Yeah, for sure. So Constantine would like to know, what is the furthest you have traveled for an event?
Let's see. Furthest I've traveled for an event. Recently, it's been Spring War. I love Spring War. Spring War, a lot of good people. It's a very, very good event. Here soon though, whenever COVID restrictions are lifted, I'm thinking about Feast of Mars was cool. Olympiad was cool. But I'd like to go to Keep on the Border. I hear that's a popping event. Really like to try that one out, man.
Okay.
Really
all right. So Morgan would like to know, what is your favorite Amcard event?
GOTC, man. It's right in our backyard, man. That's our home event. I mean, come on, Morgan. Come on, man.
He knows.
He feels me.
Morgan knows. Yeah, no, it's got to be GOTC. Speaking of GOTC, Constantine would like to know, how many hours of sleep do you actually get at the last GOTC?
That was an average of about, I'd say I got about 10 hours.
Over 10 hours. 4 days or 5 days?
Out of 5 days.
5 days.
Out of 5 days, I think I got about 10 hours.
That makes sense. I know that my first year, the year before that, we bunked together and you got about 10 hours of sleep, mostly because I snored, is what I kept getting told. I don't know how many times Dizzy was like, you snore. Like, I'm aware. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, that was a good event too, man.
Yeah.
That was a really good event.
It was a good time. So moving forward, I mean, GOTC is your event. It's your Kingdom's home event. Is it the next event that you're looking most forward to?
In part. Really, the next event I am really looking forward to is your guys' Maze.
Oh,
I love your Maze, man. I mean, it's near and dear to my heart. I mean, I love Maze. I love Maze, but also I like every event, man, because I get to see my friends. We get to hang out. We get to be nerds together, or
Hmm.
geeks, whatever you want to call us, foam nights, whatever. You know, we get to play foam tag and be friends afterwards. You know,
Yeah.
I, but I'm looking forward to Maze Maze.
I I know you don't eat a lot, but Order of the Ash is doing the barbecue again, like we
Oh,
did a couple years ago. So
nice,
yeah, and
nice.
I gotta stay busy. I gotta stay busy.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's either go busy or go to sleep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. So Kenjin would like to know, what does Jubei's perfect amp guard event look like?
Hmm. See, that's the thing. Everybody's got a vision of perfect in their head, but whenever I come away from like any event, I'm like, that was a perfect event, and I've been quoted on that before. Nikolai, you know, every time we're driving home, Nikolai's like, "So, what'd you think?" And be like, "Man, that was perfect, dude. I had so much fun. That was great." And he's like, "Yeah, man, I had fun too, man. It was perfect." So that's kind of a generic answer, but my perfect amp guard event would be if all of AmpGuard, every one of us could make it to one event. Like
Eh,
everybody who's ever signed a waiver, who has ever played the game, just came out again and got in one event. Just oh man, it'd be so awesome.
Yeah. I need to make a public apology to Cassio. I gave Constantine credit for one of the questions that Cassio asked. Um, I'm so sorry. It will probably happen again. Yeah, that event sounds great.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so I'm just going to ask half of this question. It typically is about which achievement or projects are you working on. What achievement you were just knighted? I mean, relatively recently. What achievements are you working on now?
Actually, right now I'm trying to learn the rules as best I can and our Kapora so I can get a Walker in the middle. I like Walker in the middle. Walker in the middle just sounds just like the bee's knees, man. But I guess my achievement right now is seeing where my squires go, helping my squires in their endeavor, whatever path they're on. You know, that will probably be my greatest achievement.
Awesome. That's good to hear. We'll talk about your belt line here shortly, but uh, let's talk a little bit more about that kind of thing. What's driving you in the game right now?
Just my love for it, man. I mean, for over half my life, I've been playing Amcard. I would be lost without it.
Mhm.
And it takes such a big piece of my heart. You know, I love Amcard.
Mhm.
I love the people in Amcard. I love the game. Just, just love Amcard, man. It saved my, like I said, it saved my life on two occasions. So, yeah, there it is.
For sure. No,
Yeah.
I feel that. Not again making a little bit about me. You and Nikolai were the first two that I got to talk to when my life changed pretty dramatically. So,
Yeah.
and it was the amp guard that pulled me through that with the Order of the Ash and everything. So I totally get it. Absolutely get it. Amp guard it has on at least three occasions, two for you, one for me, for sure. Um, yeah, gotta love amp guard.
Yeah.
Sir Smiley wants you to talk a little philosophy here for me.
Oh no.
What greatest lesson have you learned now that you wish you had learned then?
Keep my mouth shut. Be a little bit more diplomatic and engage filter before I engage brain, or engage brain and filter at the same time. See, there we go. Yeah, my mouth has gotten me in some pretty hot water before, and but I was young and dumb and didn't care, and now I've been tempered by my mentors, and just about everybody around me. So yeah, that'd be my answer.
Okay. All right. So this has been a question that Damon, I believe, has been asking. Are you excited to be back in person playing?
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, man. COVID gave me some pounds, some weight I desperately needed, you know. But yeah, it's getting me back in shape. I can get rid of this tummy, and yeah, and start working my arm. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of us older players needed the rest because we could get our surgeries done and recover from that, or just recover the old rotator cuff, the elbow, the wrist, the knee, whatever. Yeah, definitely the knee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am definitely excited. Definitely. I'm ecstatic to be back to play.
Good.
Like hardcore.
All right. Well, Sir Jubei, how about you tell us a little bit about the fighting companies and households that you're in?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm in one of the best households ever of all time, and that's House Tankard. House Tankard is awesome. I mean, just the camaraderie and how you get in is awesome. I mean, it's very reminiscent of the Drunken Man's Tourney. I'm also part of Wolf Riders. I'm also part of House Bastard. Can't say that out loud, but yeah, and that's one that I share with you. You and I are in that same household. You don't do much with it.
The unofficial bastards, yes.
But
Nikolai, Friar Carlos, how you doing? How you doing?
Love you guys. And I was a maggot for a while. I was a maggot for almost 5 years, and now I revamped the DOW, the Dogs of War, from 2006 to this year, and we're doing a lot better. We're always looking for people. There's good camaraderie there. We fight together. We got tactics. We have a playbook, and we're trying to work that out as soon as we can. All of us can get together. We're going to start working on those tactics. And that's about it right now.
Okay. All right. Getting a House Tankard shout outs in the chat. Quite a few of them. All right. So a question that Shroud Star asked forever ago, and I love it because it puts players in the driver's seat of all of Amtgard. If you could create a ladder award in Amtgard that doesn't already exist, what would it be for, and what would you call it?
A ladder award, huh? Man, you caught me off guard on that one. I would give the Inspiration Award.
Okay.
And it would be for, inspiring people. A lot of people already do that, but definitely inspiration, like, oh, I saw this guy do that, man, and that inspired me to go off and do this, or I saw this person do that, and I really like that, so he inspired me, and that's why I want to give him this award. Kind of like the old school Bright Idea Award that they gave for creators or founders of Amtgard. There's something similar to that, because I think a lot of people have a lot of great things that they bring to the game, and it inspires other people, and they never know it. Or if they do know it, they don't get recognized for it. And an inspiration award, that'd be my thing.
Awesome. So like players inspiring players indirectly. Like they don't even have to be they don't have to coaching them or mentoring them or being a knight to them. It's just, hey, I saw this person doing this, I'm gonna do it. I want to put this person in for an inspiration order of inspiration. Okay.
Yep. There you go.
All right.
Just, you nailed it on the head.
Let's modify the situation a little bit. If you could change one of the current rules of Amtgard, what would you change and why?
What would I change in Amtgard? Bounces count.
Okay.
Sorry, archers. Sorry, scouts. Sorry, assassins. But bounces count. I would change that just a little. Like, okay, it bounces and hit you like just above the knee. Okay, that I can get. But oh man, bounces count.
Okay.
And why? Because man, those archers tear me up with those bounces, man. Someone shots, hat shots. It gets pretty insane out there when an archer's on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Okay. So Sir Smiley's back with another question. What gives you hope in our game today for future players?
Well, that would be the new people that are coming out every.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, man.
Okay. All right. Whew. The last time anyone associated with Sir Smiley had a freeze on camera, I had to shave my beard. So I was really nervous. So the question was, what gives you hope in our game for future players?
It's the future players, the people that come out for their first time and say, "Hey, I'd like to try this. This looks cool. Can you show me some things? You mean I can hit my friend right here and we'll still be friends?" Yeah. And just to watch their eyes light up whenever they get that recognition, or somebody gives them an attaboy, "Hey man, that was a good shot. You killed me flat out," like their first kill. That hooks a lot of people. We're a full contact sport, and I think that right there gives me hope.
Okay.
That even through the pandemic, AmpGuard has not died. We survived.
It was, yep. Michael Hammer of God suggested that when we came back, it was going to come back stronger. The numbers don't necessarily suggest that yet, but we're still dealing with like restrictions. I feel like once those restrictions are gone, we'll see the hammer effect, if you will.
Oh yeah. I totally agree with that, man.
So, Jubei, who do you look up to most in the game?
Tall people.
Yep.
Tall people. Because I'm not that tall, man. I'm only like 5'10". So yeah, and the average AmpGuarder is about 6 foot, maybe somewhere around my height. But anybody who has that go get 'em spirit, that just don't quit no matter what. That's who I look up to. I look up to just anybody who just doesn't let it get to them. That just plows through, gets it done, and has fun with it. The people that have fun, I look up to them because I still have fun, and they make it fun for me, and they make it fun for everybody around them. So yeah.
All right, great answer. Let's talk about something that maybe amplifies the fun. Maybe it doesn't. Depends on your view of it. But what's your thoughts on Battle Night?
Love it. I love it, man. For a long time, we needed to do something to recognize, that particular portion of our game. And I'm very excited for the people who have already received their Battle Night and people that are going to receive their Battle Night. Mm-hmm. It rolls in with hope, that there is something for everybody in our game, that we encompass everybody, exclude no one.
Okay. So, yeah. Unless it's been confirmed that I haven't seen, the Circle of Monarchs hasn't decided if it's going to fall under the Sword Path or if it's going to become its own 5th belt. Where do you think it should go?
Oh, well, that's the thing. A lot of people, I've heard quite a few conversations, and a lot of people think that it will fix the Sword Path. I'm in partial agreement with that, but also, if it is its own entity and its own ladder, then yeah, that's fine too. I'm fine with that. I just don't want people to be discouraged. Me personally, I want people to see everything, every aspect, be involved in this, and if there is a new way, well, then that might inspire people to come back out. Oh, there's another belt? Well, I got to have all 10, or that sounds cool. That's my goal. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just think currently with the AmpGuard as an entity is having a whole lot of conversations still about what Sword Path is, mm-hmm. And I don't know if bringing another way to get the Sword Path is the answer right now. It could be down the road, but we could always bring Griffins back to the Sword Path, and let the Battle Night be its own thing because, I mean, it's a big deal, and it does create another box top for someone to go collect. You know, your knights who think that there's room to grow in the battle game side, or already think they're already at the top of the battle game side. But yeah, that's I would really like to have resolution to it, to be honest, wherever it's going to be, getting to the answer. But that's not anytime soon, I don't think. So you've come on because this is a nightly chat on KOK. We're at the knighthood questions, but we do have to start with a question that gets us to your knighthood. What was the first act of service that you remember that got you into service?
My first act of service that got me into service, serving at Feast.
Okay.
Oh man, that was fun. That was so much fun. And you wouldn't think that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's a ton of stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, there is.
And, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of our watchers and viewers do know too. But yeah, definitely serving at a feast. It just the thank you, even if they don't say thank you, serving them their food, that put me in, because at the time, I had no titles or anything, so I felt like a servant, or not a servant, a color, a serf, if you will. Hey, this got me in. Hey, check this out. Oh, hey Joe, can you go get this? Yeah, I can go do that. Or hey Jubei, can you do this? Yeah, I can do that. And I'm a real high energy person. If I'm not moving around, then I'm probably sleeping. So yeah, I got to move around. But yeah, that's my answer. Feast.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So this question, obviously you were just recently knighted, but you've already started setting some plans ahead. What are your various plans for helping your squires along with their own paths to knighthood now that you have become a knight?
Well, first of all, I always ask the people that have belted under me, I say, what is your path? Now, what do you think you need to work on? And then we just expound from there. As long as they are having fun, and because I've got some talent in my belt line, I ain't gonna lie, I got some hardcore talent in my belt line, but a lot of people do, and it's just, how can I help you? And some of them are just so beyond me that I can just support them. Like, hey, attaboy, hey man, that's great. That's the awesomest thing I've ever seen. Oh man, I wish I could do something like that. Just foster them, help them any way I can. Be there for them.
Yeah.
Be there.
Awesome. Okay.
And if they are kind of getting off the path, it's kind of, hey, let's get back on the path. Just a little nudge. But,
sure.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the questions that's stuck in KOK as far as the knight questions go is, can you tell us what makes a good knight?
I guess you should ask a good knight. Yeah, actually I do. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. Foster your people. Be positive. Have fun. Definitely have fun. And if you're not having any fun, then take a step back. Recharge your batteries, and get back in. But a good knight should always teach. I mean, that's a foundation of being a knight, in my eyes anyway, is teach. Because you might have a technique out there that nobody else has ever heard of, or you know how to do something a little bit better. Teach them, encourage them, sign in, show up to park, and just have fun.
Yeah. But also make sure you sign in and show up to park.
Yeah.
Amcard needs our knights in the game right now, especially since we're coming back from COVID. So, Sir Jubei, could you tell us a knight that you admire and why?
There's so many of them. If I had to choose one, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. There's so many of them. I can go through a list real quick. Uh, Sir Francis, Sir Tristan, Sir Smiley, Sir Dakota, uh, Sir Quiet, Sir Goldcrest, uh, believe it or not, Sir Ruth. Oh man, there's just so many of them, and I admire them because they to me they embody what AmpGuard is. You know, they're still having fun with it. They're still doing things. They're still out there, you know, putting their necks on the line, just doing everything they can to make it more fun for everybody. You know, and if you talk to them one on one, oh man, you're gonna come away inspired. You're gonna come away with a new way of thinking about AmpGuard. Just so many knights out there that I admire, man. I mean, I got stars in my eyes whenever you said that. It's like, oh, I can't choose just one, can I? No. So there's my answer, man.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about you as a knight. Are you more of a paladin or anti-paladin?
Well, it depends on the battle game. To tell you the truth, depends on the battle game. I would say this is a question that I put out on my Belted Line page. What do you guys see me as? And one of the best answers I got was, well, what do you see yourself as? What do you feel more comfortable with playing? And I like ice cream. I'm just gonna say I like ice cream.
Dragon Spy traditions through and through. Well, from what I'm hearing, you should come to Maze Maze then, because there apparently will be ice cream served.
Oh, nice! I like
that. not for feast, but I hear Zanda the Reaper is getting knighted, so yeah.
I hear that's a big thing. Yeah. I'm
so
proud.
Yeah, we all are. It's amazing. Yeah. What is your opinion about the Paladin anti-Paladin classes getting opened?
Oh, I love it. I love it personally. Very shortly after I received my knighthood, they opened up the classes. You know, so I only got a few credits in it in AP and a few and like one in Paladin. So yeah, I like the idea, man. I think a lot of classes, if not all classes, should be opened up to everybody. That way that they were not saying, oh, well, they're excluding it. Now, granted, some things are reserved for knights, you know, and that's okay too. That's definitely okay too. But go ahead, open up the classes. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So 30 years in the game, how has your opinion on knighthood changed since you've become been knighted?
Well, in one major aspect, you know, I definitely got to watch what I say, how I say it. You know, that's a big thing. Because now people, you know, they see the white belt and they say, oh, well, then this is somebody I can trust that won't steer me the wrong way. You know, not that anybody ever asked me for my guidance or anything like that, but yeah, definitely have to watch what I say and how I say it. You know, because a lot of the things I say can be misconstrued. Like, that's just the way it is. It also depends on how much I've had to drink that day, which I'm not a big drinker. So, you know, it's 50-50.
Okay. 50-50. All right. So Stillhat would like to know, you have an opportunity to give a couple of shout outs here. Give us five future knights, top 5 future knights.
Top 5 future knights. Balder for sure.
Okay.
Balder for sure. Lord Cato. Lady Genocide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, Ragnarok,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, and somebody I'd love to see a knight become a knight. You,
Jubei, me?
you.
Oh,
I would
stop
love to see you. I would love to see it, man. Love it. I'd be hooping and hollering the whole way.
that. Well, thank you. The top five. That's an honor given the people that I know, the people in the Burning Lands, and wow, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, and now I get to give you another shout out. Oh, I'm sorry.
One more that really, really I want to see knighted is Phoebe.
Okay,
Lady,
yeah,
Grand Duchess Phoebe. I think she's a Grand Duchess. I'm pretty sure she is, but Phoebe definitely.
okay, for sure. All right, so you got six in, which is good.
Yeah.
You got to give six people shout outs that aren't there yet. Now let's give a shout out to people who are with you. Tell us about your belt line.
Okay. My belt line consists of I have 4 people right now. Most of them have been with me. Well, all of them have been with me for years. And that was one thing that I told them, each and every one. Whenever I get knighted, if I ever get knighted, I'm putting red belts on you because you guys deserve it and you guys are awesome. And it goes, I've got Oradun, I've got Constantine, I've got Silent, and I've got Luna. Now I'm always looking for more. I'm always looking for more. Nova. You know what I mean? Hint, hint. But yeah, definitely those 4. I love them. Love them. And then I have 2 women at arms. I have Wiggles and Teakana. And hopefully the next time I see them at an event, I can say, hey, you guys gonna come back like permanently? But real life happens. Real life comes first. So yeah.
Sure.
I've got an awesome belt line, man. I couldn't ask for better people.
Awesome.
Really couldn't.
That's good to hear. We do have a correction in the chat. This would be number 2 of the night. It's Countess Phoebe.
I'm sorry, Phoebe. Don't kill me.
All right. So we're at the toughest questions, Jubei. The hardest ones that'll ever be on Kingdom of Kodiak. We call them the funny questions. Is there really nothing to do but just to do it?
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna go to his house right now. Now, see, this is something that is thrown around Smiley Foam Works a lot. Ain't nothing to it, but just do it. And he's right. Ain't nothing to it, but just to do it. You got to have that can-do attitude and get out there and just do it. If you want to do it, find that way and do it.
Okay. Now, Jubei, we've known each other for almost 4 years. So when answering the next question, please don't choose yourself. Sir Glenn would like to know, who's the most unusual person you've ever met?
In what aspect? I mean, like just all around, or
I knew it. I knew it. You pick the category of unusual and you let me know who it is.
Most unusual. Well, in my age now, I see it, looking back, hindsight being 2020, the most unusual person I've met is Orgasmatron or Smiley.
Okay. I mean, Smiley a little weird, right? Like Smiley a little weird. No, we love Smiley.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Smiley to death, but yeah, he's got his moments. He's cool. He's cool all around, though.
I can't risk it because again, if my computer freezes, Smiley's gonna have me shaving my head, and I've been working on it. Like, come on, y'all. Yeah. All right. So, we got a run of questions here that are. I'm gonna sum them up for you. 2 of them. Jubei, who's your favorite sister?
My favorite sister. You know, you ever had your head on a chopping block and whatever answer you say, you're going to get chopped?
Yes.
This is where I'm at. I mean, I love all my sisters, don't get me wrong. I really do. But to say a favorite, I ain't starting that war and I ain't dying. So I love you both equally. I really, really do. Shout out to Dakota. Shout out to Phoebe. But I'm going to take the safe route. My favorite sister is JL. My favorite sister is JL. Sherry.
Okay. I mean, option C of okay. All right. Well, yeah. I hope all is well in the next couple of weeks, but Dag would also like to know, how badly do you wish you lived closer to me and your nephew so that I could spoil that baby?
Oh man, she had to throw in the nephews. Yeah, pretty badly. Pretty badly, man. I miss them. I miss her. I miss them. Definitely miss my nephews. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 10 or a 15.
Or 15. All right. Well, Chad has a question for you. Chad would like to know, will anyone ever remember my AmpGuard name, or am I doomed to just be Chad forever? Follow-up question. Do you know my AmpGuard name?
We just discussed it like yesterday. And in answer to the very first one, which was, the second question is he doomed to forever be Chad, right?
Yeah. Well, the first one is he doomed forever to be Chad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll make it my personal quest. Yes.
So it always will be Chad. Technically has an AmpGuard name. Do you know what it is?
Iron Bird.
An Iron Bear or Burr?
BUR.
Oh.
I mean, do I get 50-50?
Chad, you're gonna have to let us know if it's Brelock or Brylock, but Brelock Iron Bear for a win?
Right. I think that's a pretty solid AmpGuard name. I'll never remember it, but yeah.
Chad Chaddison, right? That's the actual name. I'm pretty sure.
It is now.
I'll tell you what. I have met him twice, and I don't think I've called you either one, to be honest. I think we just talked without introducing ourselves. I'll have to work on that for next time.
He's a great guy. Love Chad.
Stillhead would like to know, who's the coolest dog you've ever met?
The coolest dog I've ever met. Like dog of war?
It just says the coolest dog you've ever met.
The coolest dog I've ever met has to be my dog. Like, she's right here at my feet. She's always loving on me. Come here, Hazel. Come here. Come here, babies. She is the coolest dog ever.
Aww.
She's a good dog. Huh? Yeah, she's a good baby. But other cool dogs I met was Roxas. Very cool dog. Now, the thing about me is I am a dog lover. If it has 4 paws and a tail, I'm in love with it. Like, hands down. I'm a sucker for it.
Well, it leads us to the next question. Speaking of dogs, Constantine would like to know, are you a werewolf in real life?
I can't tell, man. I mean, he can hang around me on the next full moon, but quit laughing back there. But I'm gonna leave that one open-ended. Come find out, Constantine.
Okay.
Come find out.
Jubei, what's your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur is definitely a pterodactyl.
Okay. All right. Stillhead would like to know, what's the best kind of dragon?
Oh, a gold dragon. Hello.
Okay. All right. Well, So I tried to set it up here so that Dakota's question of is that because you're a white dragon would follow it in hopes that you would say a white dragon is the best kind of dragon.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Nope. 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 And damn you for saying it. Yeah, I'm a white dragon.
All right. Who is your favorite fictional knight?
Galahad.
Okay.
Galahad.
Sacrifice would like to know. What's the best fictional or non-fictional sword name?
Durandal.
Okay. So, all right. Barrage would like to know how many swords, katanas, have you owned in your lifetime? Which is your favorite and why?
I actually had to go back and count this because I've given a lot of swords out as gifts and just hey, here you go. I don't have room for this. Here, you have this. I think the rolling number right now is 46, and my favorite katana is not actually a katana, but it's a ninjato, and it sits in a place of honor right here, right there. And the reason why I like that is because Sosuke, my Shidoshi, gave this to me, and not too long ago. I've been lusting after that sword for years, and finally she said, all right, and she sent it to me in the mail without telling me. And whenever I opened it up, oh man, I flipped out that day. Like I was on cloud nine.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, let's see if we can get you to another cloud nine. Jubei, do you play Magic the Gathering?
I have.
Okay. And what's your colors?
Oh, I like burn decks. Everybody's playing control decks now, which in its own right is pretty awesome. I mean, there's some pretty awesome things, but I like acid burn decks. I really like it.
All right.
Followed closely by infestation.
All right. Look at those are some old school terms that some of our more veteran players would be like, "Hey, I know the reference. I get it." Okay.
I'm showing my age, man. I'm letting it hang out.
Yeah. What's your favorite color? This is the one that's going to trip you up?
Right. Yeah. This is the one that trips me up. This is like asking me what's my favorite song.
Hey, Jubei, what's your favorite song?
Dogs of War by Pink Floyd.
It's That Cold 45 by Afro Man?
It should be. It really should be.
There you go.
Oh, I'll never forget that night.
Yeah, that was a long night. That was another Yuba trip reference for anyone who wasn't paying attention. 8 amp guarders who have just drove 8 hours, fought for 6, and are driving back another 8 hours to do a 24-hour turnaround, singing Colt 45 by Afro Man at like 4 in the morning.
Going 120 miles per hour.
Yeah. We weren't speeding. We don't break the law. What?
Okay, maybe I read the speedometer wrong. I mean, we were tired.
Jubei, what is your favorite color, though?
My favorite color is black.
Black. Okay. All right. I get to get a little bit in here myself. Is Kodiak more of a Jedi or a Sith?
Okay, Kodiak is more of a Jedi whenever he is using single sword. He is more of a Sith whenever he is using Florentine.
Okay. I haven't heard that breakdown yet, but sure. All right. So Amtgard is making a live action movie. Who are you picking to play Jubei?
Vern Troyer.
I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay. All right. And when either Vern Troyer or Wee Man comes out on the screen, what's the theme song that's playing?
Bad to the bone.
All right.
Bone.
Okay, we're in a different universe now. Everyone has a superpower. What's your superpower?
Oh, the power of suggestion. Complete suggestion. Whatever I suggest, even hint at it, that's what they do. They feel like that is their number one driving force in life.
All right, I love it. Okay. Constantine would like to know, first, point of fact, Constantine hid something in your van. The question is, what is it?
Man, that's why they pulled me over. All right, Constantine, I see where you at. Was it a shield?
I mean, I didn't get an actual answer.
So it's very open-ended. So there may be an answer or there may not be. So all I know is that whenever he suggested Six String Samurai, that movie is on point.
So going into the chat real quick, Cassio, yes, the van did have an odor to it. It was 8 Amp-Guarders who had played Amp-Guard for 6 hours and then drove back 24 in a 24-hour turn. Yeah, it had a funk to it. Constantine, Don Johnson would be a perfect Jubei. Jubei, still I would like to know, what is your favorite conspiracy? And what is your favorite Amp-Guard conspiracy?
Does exist in Amp-Guard? My favorite conspiracy is the government trying to cover up that we are alone in the universe, because I don't think we are.
Okay.
I don't think we are. And the same goes with Amp-Guard too, because I've seen some weird Amp-Guarders. I'm one of them. I might be an alien myself. So yeah, heart goes out to the aliens though.
Okay. All right. Okay. Lightning would like to know, would you rather adopt 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Well, that depends. Okay, are the 100 about to be put to death? Are they going to be euthanized? What's going on?
They're just there. You get to pick one.
I would make an army out of 100 horse-sized ducks.
Well, wait. 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I want 100 duck-sized horses.
Okay. All right.
That'd be terrifying, dude. Coming at you? Nah, man. Nah.
Well,
no.
Stillhead wants to know, would you rather fight a duck-sized horse or a horse-sized duck?
I'd rather fight a horse-sized duck.
Okay. All right. Jubei, are birds real?
Yeah, I hung out with them for a long time. Yeah, they're definitely real. Yeah, they're cool.
All right. The crucial question to Casa de Kodiak right now, which is a better drink, Code Red or Baja Blast?
Baja Blast to me.
Ooh, that's the wrong answer.
I mean, just because it's preference, man. I mean, my wife could kill me, if I said Code Red.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, Sir Nikolai would like to know, what is your favorite drink, and when is the last time you had water?
My favorite drink is green tea, and I just had water just before the interview.
Okay.
Just before we started. Yeah.
All right.
And that's a good GOTC reference there, Nikolai.
I had to break up the either or questions because you had a question that falls in between. But apple juice or orange juice?
In the morning, orange juice. In the evening, apple juice.
Okay.
All day.
Cassio would like to know, do you eat?
I mean, yeah, we all eat. But yeah, I eat.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about some foods here. Sir Smiley would like to know, hot dog, is it a sandwich or a taco?
Oh man. It's a taco. It's a taco, dude.
What happens when the bun breaks?
Well, Well, then you just eat it, man. Yeah,
You just eat it. You stop talking about it. You just eat. Okay.
I'm hungry, man. I need to eat.
Okay. Ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
Okay. How much is too much to spend on breakfast?
For the whole table or just me?
How much is too?
$10 is too much.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite thing to add to a bowl of yogurt?
Granola.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Okay. Morgan would like to know, is oatmeal a soup?
Oatmeal is a soup.
Okay. All right. All right. We're down to the last 5 questions. Does Tajima deserve Sonic?
No. Ever.
Never. Tajima will never deserve Sonic. Okay.
Never.
All right.
Still does to some point, because she needs to torture him just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Final 4. Morgan would like to know, what is the square root of a bowl of oatmeal?
I'm going to say negative porridge.
Negative porridge. That's probably the closest answer we've gotten so far. Morgan would like to know, can you, with as much detail as possible, explain what the color of the letter F smell is like?
Oh, man. It's like, it's a lot like taking that first shower after an event.
Okay. All right.
Everybody knows that smell.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That funk gone.
Yeah. You ain't wrong.
Morgan would like to know, if you could meet anyone in history, who would it be and why? Is it Freddie Mercury?
Why would it be Freddie Mercury? That's a good question. And why is it Freddie Mercury? Probably because he sings Princes of the Universe, man. That's the Highlander theme song. And anybody that's worth their salt has seen Highlander and has that song on their playlist.
That's fair. I mean, he is the only creditable part of the entire band of Queen. What, Sir Randall? Come at me. I'm still saying it. 79 episodes later, Queen is still overrated. What? Oh, take it.
Love you, Randall. Man, that's bad.
Last question. Let me get my breath. If it takes a chicken and a half, a day and a half to lay an egg and a half, how long would it take a grasshopper with a wooden leg to kick the seed out of a dill pickle?
37.5 seconds.
37.5 seconds. Sir Jubei, thank you so much for coming on today. If you could just bear with me through some announcements and we'll say our goodbyes. Dragon Spine. Endrain is coming upon us. We have Maze is going off. There's going to be a Friday ceremony for Dragonspine Las Cruces and a Saturday ceremony for the Kingdom. Order of the Ash will be cooking Kingdom Feast. So if you remember a couple of years ago, we did a pretty good job. We'll hit it up again, hopefully. There's going to be a knighting. Xander the Reaper, Dom, is going to be knighted at Maze. So please come in groves. Come enjoy this with us. There'll be more information put out about camping if and when that's available. Sir Francis is going to get that information for us as soon as possible. Award recommendations for yourself and others. If for Orders of the Battle, if you want to self-report, that should still be available by Queen Stillhat. And award recommendations for the Kingdom as a whole are available as well. The Queen, the Regent, and myself are still doing Kingdom level challenges for everyone. So if you still want to get those opportunities to get those awards at the end drain from doing all these challenges, get on them. Last week I posted all the way through 21. Tonight or tomorrow morning I'll have the 22nd week available for everyone. Food fight. We're in the last couple of days of food fight, and we are so close to like 1,000 points for the Kingdom. Friar Carlos, Deverick, Blairo, you guys have been killing it, leading this for us. Thank you so much. You did so well that you got Sir Sane out of retirement to go to Park. So kudos to you. Sir Jubei, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It was a pleasure.
Always my pleasure. Thank you, Kodiak.
Not a problem. And until next time, this has been Kingdom of Kodiak, and I'm Kodiak. Goodbye.